Mr. Gallant well represented in the center field winner's circle league. In the first race, it's Woodmere Fastball, Brown gelding 2 by Western Success. From the Presidential Ball Dam Costly Ball, owned by David Lund of Moncton, New Brunswick. Earl Smith does the training and the driving. Colt debuts tonight at Charlottetown to a maiden record of 2:03 flat. Woodmere Fastball winning the Lawrence Gallant Memorial with the trackside cooler presentation. In the second, 21-gun salute, Penzo 2, Fernhill Turbo, Stratcor, Bubble and Crude, Bow Drop, Island Tierra, Checkmate, top of the stretch. Island Tierra is going to be tardy at the start here, at least a half a dozen off. There they go. They're off and pacing with 21-gun salute firing up the rail. Second is Penzo 2. Fernhill Turbo already dropped in for third. Stratcor on the outside fourth. Around the turn fifth. That's Bubble and Crude, pacing 6 up on the outside as they arrive at that opening 8. That's Checkmate. Then away 7th, Bow Drop in the early trailer. That's Island Tierra from the outside. Penzo 2, working hard to make the lead here. And Brian McPhee has got him to the front and the pylons up that opening quarter mile. 21-gun salute now second. Fernhill Turbo racing the rail third. 29-4 opener here. Island Tierra is on the run at the back, and they're getting strung out in the second quarter. On the front end by a pair of open lengths, Penzo 2. 21-gun salute second, Fernhill Turbo third, Stratcor at the rail fourth, Bubble and Crude is fifth, pacing sixth, that's Checkmate, Bow Drop is seventh. In the backfield, the trailer, Island Tierra halfway home in the second, Penzo 2, the midway point leader. 21-gun salute is second. Fernhill Turbo has the winning streak of 3 on the line here, and he's racing third at the rail. Stratcor continuing fourth, 59-1, opening half-mile time. That's a 29 and 2 second split. Turning to the backstretch for the final time, led by Penzo 2. 21-gun salute. There goes Fernhill Turbo to the outside third. Fourth is Stratcor. Bubble and Crude is tipped out fifth. Checkmate is sixth. Bow Drop on the outside seventh. In the backfield, the trailer, Island Tierra, 90 seconds flat. They reach the three-quarters. Fernhill Turbo on the outside with a head in front. Penzo 2 at the rail second. Bubble and Crude is right there third. 21-gun salute fourth. Stratcor fifth. Bow Drop is sixth. Down the lane, looking for 4 in a row, and looking mighty good to get it here. Fernhill Turbo does get his fourth in a row for Jason Hughes. Tight on the line for the place spot. Bubble and Crude and Stratcor in a place picture, but it's Fernhill Turbo, 159-4. The second race winner, Fernhill Turbo, Brown gelding 3 by Western Paradise. From the Willowbird Dam, Fernhill Isle, all by Jason Collings of Mount Stewart and Jason Hughes of Stratford. Jason Hughes does the training and the driving. Colt gets his fourth in a row. It's a new pacing record on him tonight of 159 and 4/5. Fernhill Turbo in the second. In the third, Seawind Cockney, Would Be a Devil, Hopedale Paris, Jags Raisin, Sis Ryan, Ironside, Try My Dream, and KG Affair is on the grandstand side. 8 across the gate, post time. There they go. They're off and facing KG Affair on the far outside. Will leave out here towards the rail. That Seawind Cockney up between horses around the turn. Going to that opening 8. They're 3 high on the turn. Would Be a Devil is tucked away in 4th. Racing 5th is Hopedale Paris. Then 6th, Try My Dream. Sis Ryan is 7th. And Ironside on the outside trailing. KG Affair all the way from the far outside. Terry Gallant's going to put her on the front. At the quarter pole, second is Seawind Cockney, racing third, Jags Raisin, away fourth, Would Be a Devil, then fifth at the rail is Hopedale Paris, into the turn, Try My Dream, 28 3. Serious opener here, and that was KG Affair getting him to the quarter on by the 3/8 pole. Seawind Cockney now in second. Jags raising up the rail third. Pacing fourth would be a devil. Hopedale Paris is fifth. There goes Try My Dream on the outside sixth, and that'll bring out Would Be a Devil and Jags raising. Then in seventh is the outside, Sis Ryan, and Ironside is trailing halfway home in 59 and 1/5. On the front end, KG Affair, the leader. Jags Raisin now coming to challenge. Third up the rail is Seawind Cockney. Would Be a Devil is second over fourth. Hopedale Paris trapped up the rail fifth. Then six on the outside, Try My Dream. Pacing seven, Sis Ryan. And Ironside on the outside trailing. 4 in, 4 out. Down to a quarter of a mile left to go. KG Affair clinging to the lead. On the outside, Jags Raisin just a nostril away here. Third towards the pylon, Seawind Cockney. Would Be a Devil on the outside, fourth. 3/4 in 1:30 and 1/5. And they get set to turn for home. KG Affair coming back on here at the top of the lane. Jags Raisin on the outside. Seawind Cockney towards the rail. Hopedale Paris wanting some room. Seawind Cockney and Mark Campbell are going to win it. Second is Hopedale Paris. KG Affair holding on third. 2 minutes, 1/5. Yes, there is, and they're joining Seawind Cockney Lee, the winner of tonight's third race. A Bay Gelding, he's now 9 by Largo. From the Tarport Irvin Dam, Courtney's cousin, owned by Iva Much of Vernon Bridge. David Rose does the training. Mark Campbell is the winning driver. Mile in 2 minutes and 1/5. That is Seawind Cockney. In the third, down at trackside, it's the pedigree matching 2008 Pedigree Camp Cooler presentation. Starting gates rolling. First elimination. 3-year-old filly pacers. Maritime breeders. Rail out. Drop of Nutmeg, Cruising Hillary. Emily J. Down, Rhonda's Bell. Beer Drinking Doll, Island Idol, Greyland Bad Girl. Here they come. There they go. They're off and pacing. First out, Rhonda's Bell to the front. Drop of Nutmeg along the rail will into the turn to be second. Away third. Beer Drinking Doll. Cruising Hillary in mid-pack fourth. Pacing from fifth is Emily J. Down. Island Idol is sixth. And the early trailer, that's Greyland Bad Girl. Strung out these fillies in the early going. Brian McPhee and Rhonda's Bell going to the quarter. Here comes a two-hole popper here. Drop of Nutmeg. And Darren Crow wants his filly on the front and puts her there as they pass by the quarter. Rhonda's Bell did not take her on. She's going to settle up second. 29 and 2 opened it up here. Pacing third around the turn is Beer Drinking Doll. Fourth is Cruising Hillary. There goes Emily J. Down starting out fifth. Island Idol up on the outside for sixth. And Greyland Bad Girl trailing at the pylon 7. Down the lane for time 1. Marching in front of us first time round towards the half. The leader at the rail, Drop of Nutmeg. Now to her outside, Beer Drinking Doll coming to challenge. Third up the rail, Rhonda's Bell. Gapping out fourth. On the outside is Emily J. Down. Cruising Hillary towards the rail. Then Greyland Bad Girl, Island Idol on the outside, trailing 59 and 4 at the half. Beer Drinking Doll, oh, she jumped it off here. At the 5/8, it's Drop of Nutmeg, the leader. Second is Rhonda's Bell. Cruising Hillary starting to close in third. Fourth on the outside is Emily J. Down. Greyland Bad Girl, fifth at the rail. Island Idol is now sixth. And the trailer, Beer Drinking Doll after the break. 3/4 in 90 seconds flat. And that's Drop of Nutmeg midway round the turn for the final time over to the 7/8 pole. Second is Rhonda's Bell. Cruising Hillary up the rail third. Emily J. Down on the outside fourth. Down the stretch they come. Drop of Nutmeg. Rhonda's Bell is coming back to her here. Rhonda's Bell and Brian McPhee in elimination 1 of the Maritime breeders. Drop of Nutmeg was second. Cruising Hillary third. 159 2/5. Returning to the winner's circle from tonight's fourth race, Number 4, Ronda's Bell. Bay Philly 3 by Largo. From the Papermaker Dam, Rockin' Ronda. Owned by Brian Burgett of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. The filly bred by the Burco stable of Dartmouth. She's trained by Earl Watts in the hands of Brian McPhee tonight. She gets a new pacing record. 159 and 2/5. Ronda's Bell in the first elimination of the Maritime Breeders. Time to remember Joe McRae with this Memorial Pace lining up here in the 5th. Edgewater RB, Maple Grove Lars, Rackland to Fine Line, Coors Life, Hunter's Green, Dr. No, Ms. Prez, Jaguar Royal. Race time. There they go. They're off and pacing. Coors Life going to clear the front here quickly into the turn. Edgewater RB will get away second, dropped in to be third. Maple Grove Lars around the turn 4th. That's Rackland Fine Line. Up into 5th is Hunter's Green. Dr. No 6th. Ms. Prez 7th. And Jaguar Royal will size it up from the back of the bus early here. On the way to the opening quarter mile, Coors Life in line to Terry Galanka to show the way. Edgewater RB tucked away for a 2-hole ride. Maple Grove Lars is racing third now. Starting to bunch up a little as they arrive at the quarter. Pacing 4th at the rail. That's a Rackland Fine Line. 30 and 3. Very comfortable fraction for the class here. And Coors Life may be stealing it on the front here. Second towards the rail is Edgewater RB. Maple Grove Lars has had enough from third. He's moving to the outside. Pacing 4th, that and moving to the outside with the cover. Rackland Fine Line. 5th along the rail is Dr. No. Moving up 6th on the outside to be third over Hunter's Green. Ms. Prez 7th. And the trailer on the outside is Jaguar Royal halfway home in 101 and 2/5. And I'll bet you bottom dollar, folks, they pick it up now. Coors Life on the lead with 3/8 of a mile to go. Maple Grove Lars on the outside second. Third up the rail is Edgewater RB. Racing up 4th, Rackland Fine Line. Dr. No at the rail 5th. Then in 6th is Hunter's Green. Pacing from 7th, Ms. Prez. And the trailer, Jaguar Royal at 3/4. Coors Life in full flight now. 3 high and looking for second is Rackland Fine Line. 131 at 3/4. 29 and 3. They picked it up in a third. And Coors Life turning for home, the leader in here. Edgewater RB to the outside. Now second. Dr. No at the rail is coming on third. They're in deep stretch now. Dr. No! And Kenny Arsenault up the inside to get it all. Coors Life is second. Edgewater RB is third in 159 and 4. Fine guy. I remember a long time ago in the 70s with Speedy Bob M. He used to come up to Summerside in the winter meet. He was a great fan of racing, supported both tracks. And tonight we remember him. It's the Joe McRae Memorial winner, and that's Dr. No. Big Gelding 8 by Nuclear Terror from T-Bear Honey by Stargaze Hanover. Home of Dr. Morris Cody of Charlottetown, Kenny Arsenault Training and Driving. Kenny, the CDP EC- leader this year in 2008, 22 with them. Now total. Mile 159 and 4. Dr. No in the Joe McRae. Three-year-old Colt Pacers in their first elimination are Mr. Greg Imps Finesse. Island Force rise to the occasion. Bo Butler, PH Magic Man, close to paradise. Imps Finesse has had a very eventful beginning. And there they go. They're off and pacing at the rail. Mr. Greg will fire from his outside. Rise to the occasion. And dropped in third is Island Force around the turn. Imps Finesse is racing a fourth. Dropped in to be fifth. All on the inside as they arrive at that opening eighth is Bo Butler. Then in sixth, close to paradise. And PH Magic Man trailing well strung out here. And Brian McPhee has the free striding rise to the occasion. A two-length leader at the quarter. Mr. Greg is second. Gapped out third is Island Force. There goes Imps Finesse now finding a better stride fifth. On the outside check fourth. Then in fifth, Bo Butler. On the turn in 6, close to Paradise. Then the trailer is PH Magic Man. 29 seconds flat was the opening quarter, and Imps Finesse could not find that better stride. He hit the runner once again, much like he did a couple of times before the start. They're halfway home here in the 6th, and Rise to the occasion is the leader at the midway point. Mr. Greg is second. Here comes Bo Butler. Going to be first up, third. Island Force up the rail, fourth. Down the outside, fifth. Close to Paradise. On the turn is PH Magic Man, 6th. And Imps Finesse is the trailer, 3/8 of a mile out. 58-4, opening half mile. Rise to the occasion, the leader. Now Kenny has tucked away. Bo Butler second. Third up the rail, Mr. Greg. There goes Island Force up on the outside, fourth. Fifth up the rail, PH Magic Man. Imps Finesse desperately trying to get back into it. 3 wide now and coming on to be 6. In between them, close to Paradise. 3/4 and 1. 29 flat. 1/8 of a mile left to go. Rise to the occasion. Turning for home. Bo Butler draws alongside. Island Force and Mr. Greg are third and fourth. They're in deep stretch. Now Rise to the occasion will at Charlottetown. Bo Butler is second. Mr. Greg is third. 158 4/5. From tonight's 6th race, Rise to the occasion. Free-legged pacer, Brown Gelding 3 by drop-off. From the Life Sign Dam Sunrise Lady, owned by David Coles of Halifax, Raymond Saunders of Dartmouth, Philip McClellan from Lawrencetown, Nova Scotia, colt bred by Doug McPhee of Cornwall. Now trained by Rachel MacDonald. In the driver's seat, Brian McPhee. Brian gives the colt a new pacing record, 158 4/5. Rise to the occasion in the Maritime Breeders' Elimination. With the winners in both the Colts and Fillies elims. Here comes the second division of the Fillies. Tobin's Paradise, Miss Mega Mo, Fernhill Thunder, Greyland Becky, Fundiana, Elite Rhythm, Charlotte's Mo, and it's race time. There they go. They're off and pacing and leaving from the outside. Fundiana into the turn. Tobin's Paradise towards the rail. Will round the turn in second, dropping in to be third. Is Miss Megamo up on the outside. Fernhill Thunder is caught out and moving up. Pacing fifth along the rail, Greyland Becky. Then Elite Rhythm is sixth. And the trailer is Charlotte's Mo. They're going to the quarter pole. Up front on the front end, Fundiana for Todd Trites from the outside. And parked out, Fernhill Thunder. Got the parking ticket issued here by Officer Trites at the rail. 29-3 opener. On round the turn they go, and they're bridle to bridle, up front battling for the lead. Fundiana at the rail. Fernhill Thunder to her outside, getting a perfect trip to watch the battle. Tobin's Paradise and Barrio. Racing fourth at the rail is Miss Megamo. To the outside is Greyland Becky fifth. Gapped out in sixth, Elite Rhythm. And Charlotte's Mo on the outside, trailing the field 59 seconds flat at the midway point. On round the paddock turn, headed next to the 5/8 pole, and the leader at the rail, Fundiana from the outside. Fernhill Thunder hangs tough. Racing third is Tobin's Paradise. Up fourth, Greyland Becky, and Chevrolet has popped her out 3 wide and moving up fourth. Fifth up the rail is Miss Mega Mo. Elite Rhythm is sixth. Charlotte's Mo is seventh on the outside. 3/4 in 90 seconds flat on round that upper turn for the second and the final time they go, and the leader at the rail, Fundiana, way out wide. Greyland Becky is there. Fernhill Thunder just won't go away after a torturesome trip up the inside. Tobin's Paradise is coming through. Tobin's Paradise. Barrio waited and got there in the passing lane. Second is Fundiana. Greyland Becky is third. Mile 2 minutes, 1/5. Returning to the winner's circle from the second elimination of the Maritime Breeders, Tobin's Paradise, Brown Filly 3 by Western Paradise. From Country Look by Beastmaster. Owned by the Ultimate Stable of Dieppe and Jill's Barrier of St. John, New Brunswick. This filly bred by Wendell Williams of Ellerslie. Jill's Barrier does the training and the driving. Tonight, 2 minutes and a 1/5. Tobin's Paradise in the second elimination for the Maritime Breeders 3-year-old filly Pacers. Here are the official results. Tobin's Paradise, the winner. In the 8th, Southview Spring, Woodmere No Fool, Drop Dead Beautiful. Woodmere Camilla, a lot of 4, Sea Wind Glory, Come Back Quick, top of the stretch. Approaching the start. There they go. They're off and pacing, and Southview Spring has rail control. Chevrey is going to move her to the front. Woodmere No Fool will get away second, around the third. Drop Dead Beautiful third, away fourth, Woodmere Camilla. Up on the outside to race from fifth as they move on past that opening eighth. Has come back quick with a lot of 4-6 down the trailer. That is Sea Wind Glory. To the quarter pole they go, led by Southview Spring. In line to Walter Cheverly. Woodmere No Fool set up second. Racing third is Drop Dead Beautiful. Away fourth up the rail is Woodmere Camilla, 29. And 3 opener. Come back quick is into the turn fifth. A lot of 4-6. Sea Wind Glory to the outside is the trailer seventh. They get set to straighten down the stretch. First time they come towards that opening half mile. And the fraction center is Southview Spring. Woodmere No Fool in the 2-hole. Drop Dead Beautiful third. There goes the Woodmere Camilla. Starting fourth on the outside. Now in fifth is Sea Wind Glory. Facing sixth towards the rail is Come Back Quick. And a lot of force on the outside, trailing opening half mile in 59 and 2. Over to the 5-8. Southview Spring leading it. She's got some company to the outside to challenge. Woodmere Camilla just a neck away. Woodmere No Fool at the rail third. Pacing from fourth. Drop Dead Beautiful. Come Back Quick moving out fifth. A lot of 4-6. Sea Wind Glory fading in the backfield. 3/4 in 128 and 4. Southview Spring is turning it on here. Opening by 3. Turning for home. Woodmere No Fool reclaiming second up the rail. Woodmere Camille is tiring here. Drop Dead Beautiful up the rail third. Deep stretch now. Third elimination of the Maritime Breeders. Chevrey and Southview Spring all the way. Woodmere No Fool got the deuce. Finishing third. Drop Dead Beautiful. 158 and 2. Now returning to the winner's circle, Southview Spring. Pacing Black Filly, 3-year-old daughter, A Force of Life, from Southview Sabrina by Albert. Owned by Elwood Lawton of Stratford, Arlene Harris of Cornwall, and Tyler Shea, Point Claire, Quebec. This filly bred by Heather Lawton of Stratford. Charlie McGee does the training. Walter Cheverly in the driver's seat. Had her on top at every call tonight. She gets a new pacing record. 158, 2/5. Southview Spring, third elimination. Maritime Breeders, 3-year-old filly Pacers. First elimination of the ladner, rail out. Clock Hanover, Mighty and Strong, Lies the Truth, Rebel Ryan, Negrito, Radiant Raider, Force Orphaness, top 4. Make next week's final. Race time. There they go. They're off and pacing. Mighty and Strong. Force Orphaness. Pinckney's going to fire him up early tonight all the way from the far outside. Going right on alongside the early leader. Drop dropped in to be third. Up the rail lies the truth. Clock Hanover away fourth. Negrito fifth. Then in sixth, Rebel Ryan. And the early trailer, Radiant Raider. They were at the eighth in mighty good time. Force or Finesse. And Pinckney made the lead. Now they're going to look to shut it down and get a breather here. Second is Mighty and Strong. Third up the rail lies the truth. Clock Hanover right up tight fourth. Negrito fifth. Then in sixth, that's Rebel Ryan. And Radiant Raider trailing the field. 28 and 3/5. Opening split over to the 3/8 pole with Force or Finesse. The fraction setter. In the two-hole, Mighty and Strong set up for a perfect ride. Lies the Truth at the rail third. Clock Hanover goes fourth. Moving up fifth on the outside, there goes Rebel Ryan. Now sixth at the rail, Negrito. And the trailer, that on the outside is Radiant Raider. 59 and 4. You talk about shut them down. Oh, Pinckney did it big time here. 31 and 1 in the second split. 3/8 of a mile to go, and they'll pick it up now. Force or Finesse, the leader. Second, Mighty and Strong. Third, towards the rail lies the Truth. Moving up fourth on the outside. Rebel Ryan is there. Radiant Raider 3 high fifth. Clock Hanover now sixth. Negrito on the outside, trailing the field. 3/4 and 1, 30 and 2. Oh, and Pinckney just put them asleep here in the middle half. 1/8 of a mile left to go, and Force or Finesse turning down the lane. Mighty and Strong on the outside. Lies the Truth is third. Clock Hanover fourth. Deep stretch now. Coming to the finish line. Force or Finesse. Mighty and Strong, I think, got him on the end of it. Force or Finesse driving in on the end. Lies the Truth. 158 2. 28 seconds flat on the end of it. In the win photo, Mighty and Strong, and now he's in the winner's circle. Bay Stallion 4 by Astrayos. From the Falcon Sealsterdam, Skyview. Owned by Patrick Moores of Charlottetown, trained by Ron Matheson. Ron is in the driver's seat for the win. He has his own closing quarter tonight. 27 and 4. Mile 158 and 2. Mighty and Strong, elimination 1 winner of the Cecil Ladner Memorial Pacing Series with the trackside presentation. Here is the official result. Clock Hanover finished fourth. Mighty and Strong, the race winner. Lies the Truth finished third. Rebel Ryan was sixth. Negrito fifth. Radiant Raider was seventh. Force or Finesse finished second. The quarterly fractions were 28 and 3, 59 and 4, 130 and 2, the mile 158 and 2. Second elim for the 3-year-old Colt Pacers and the Maritime Breeders here in tonight's 10th race. Rail out. Ride the Lightning, Absalom, Plea Bargain, River Ryan, Sea Wind Phantom, Melody's Cookie Boy, Hush's Last Money, Post Time. There they go. They're off and pacing, and Pinckney will fire Absalom right to the front here. Away second at the rail, Ride the Lightning. About to drop in to be third is Plea Bargain. Around the turn and racing from fourth. Along the inside, that's River Ryan. Then in fifth at the rail as they arrive at that opening eighth. Turning to the backstretch is Sea Wind Phantom. Sixth, Melody's Cookie Boy. And Hush's Last Money trailing the field. Seventh, on the way to the quarter pole, Absalom and Phil Pinckney on the lead. It's a 1-length advantage at the opener, facing in the 2-hole. That is Ride the Lightning. Third towards the rail as they move on to the turn. 4-time 1. Plea Bargain, 30 and 1/5 was the quarter-mile time. Racing fourth is River Ryan. Around the turn is Sea Wind Phantom in fifth. Sixth along the rail, that's Melody's Cookie Boy. Hush's Last Money is trailing on the outside. Seventh down the lane, and no one to challenge Absalom. He's halfway home here for Pinckney. Facing Pacing in the 2-hole, Ride the Lightning. Third at the rail, Plea Bargain. River Ryan continuing fourth. Sea Wind Phantom. First movement now, fifth on the outside, half a mile in 1 minute. And 2/5 consecutive 30 and a 1/5 splits as they race round the paddock turn with 3/8 of a mile left to go. Absalom leading it. Second, Ride the Lightning. Up on the outside, Sea Wind Phantom is taken over third. Pacing fourth along the rail is Plea Bargain. Moving into fifth, Hush's Last Money. Then in sixth, up on the outside, Melody's Cookie Boy. And the trailer towards the rail as they race past 3/4, River Ryan. 1:30 and 3. That's another 30 and a fifth quarter. And Pinckney's done a big time rating on the front end here. Absalom bringing them home. Ride the Lightning, a perfect 2-hole ride, but not closing in here. Plea Bargain at the rail third. Absalom and Pinckney right down the road. Ride the Lightning second. Plea Bargain is third. 1:58. 28 seconds on the end of it. Absalom in the Maritime Breeders' Elimination. And that colt goes by the name of Absalom. Bay Colt 3 by Largo. From the Arcane Hanover Dam, Denaston Grace. Owned by the Canny Standard Breds Incorporated of Berwick, Nova Scotia. The colt bred by David Fillmore, Mitchell Fillmore, Berwick, and Jason Mullen of Weymouth, Nova Scotia. In the very capable hands of trainer-driver Phil Pinckney, on top all the way. 1:58 and 3 for Absalom in an elimination of the Maritime Breeders for 3-year-old colt pacers. Second elimination has Who's Smiling Now sounding Astronomical, How Max Dragon, Dance Hanover, Lakota Hall, St. Pete Star. It's showtime at Charlottetown, and a rare miscue at the start for the one horse. Who's Smiling Now was on the run. Astronomical headed to the lead, and How Max Dragon gonna tuck in the 2-hole here. Pacing third is Dance Hanover. St. Pete Star on the outside fourth. Sounding at the rail will be fifth. Who's Smiling Now sixth, and Lakota Hall trailing the field. Leading the field, it's Astronomical by a couple here for Kenny Arsenault. How Max Dragon, the mare, is tucked away for a 2-hole ride. Dance Hanover racing from third. St. Pete Star found the pylons fourth. Sounding is fifth. Who's Smiling Now goes sixth, and Lakota Hall is seventh. That's a 28-3 opening quarter mile. An Astronomical fraction setter. He'll straighten down the stretch, coming towards the opening half mile with the lead. How Max Dragon contending the 2-hole. Dance Hanover remaining pylon position third. Up fourth is St. Pete Star. Then in fifth is Sounding. Racing from sixth, Who's Smiling Now? And the trailer is Lakota Hall. 58-4 opening half mile. That's a comfortable second panel for Astronomical as he swings over to the 5/8 pole, the leader. Here comes St. Pete Star now, rushing up on the outside. He's second and going right after the leader. Third up the rail is How Max Dragon. Folks, I'll tell you something right now. They're in full flight at 3/4 now. Astronomical, the leader. From the outside, St. Pete Star. How Max Dragon at the rail third. 3/4 in 1:28 flat with an 1/8 of a mile left to go. Astronomical looking to go all the way here. How Max Dragon towards the rail. St. Pete Star on the outside. A racing third. Dance Hanover fourth. Deep stretch now. That's a very motionless Kenny Arsenault. And again, Astronomical made it look easy. How Max Dragon, the mare gets the deuce. Finishing third, St. Pete Star. It's a closing quarter, 28 seconds flat. Add it all up, 1:56. Now making his way to the winner's circle from tonight's 11th race. Number 3 is Astronomical. Bay Pacing Stallion. He's a 6-year-old son of Astreos. From the Matt Scooter Dam, Hey Girl. Owned by Dr. Ian Moore of Charlottetown. William Shear of Bedford, Nova Scotia. And the R.G. McGroup Limited of Bathurst, New Brunswick. He's trained by Dr. Ian Moore. He's driven a victory tonight for the third time in a row by Kenny Arsenault. Kenny's second winner as he doubles up tonight. And not far away from that $1.5 million race. But prior to that, here comes our finale of our live presentation. Final elimination. Ammon Shannon, Exhilarated Force, Western Handover, Aerodynamic, Captain and Keats of the leader. There they go. They're off and pacing. Aerodynamic is shooting to the front. Ammon Shannon is second into the turn and dropping in to be third, Captain and Keats. Exhilarated Force, unhurried here early. He's away fourth. Pacing fifth up the rail is Western Handover, and the trailer is the leader. Going to the quarter pole, up front Aerodynamic and Puger McCollum are going to show the way here in the early going. In the two-hole, Ammon Shannon racing third. At the rail is Captain and Keats. Exhilarated Force continues fourth, followed by Western Handover in fifth, and the trailer, the leader, opening quarter mile in 30 seconds flat on round that upper turn for the first time they go. And they're chasing Aerodynamic. He is the fraction setter. In the two-hole, that's Ammon Shannon. Third belongs to Captain and Keats, racing from fourth. Exhilarated Force. Fifth is Western Handover. The leader trailing on the outside. No positions changed for an opening half mile. And the midway point leader is Aerodynamic in 60 seconds flat. Consecutive 30 quarters here. Rounding the turn, that's the paddock turn as they go to the 5/8, led by Aerodynamic. Captain and Keats is tipped out to look for second. Ammon Shannon on the rail third. Exhilarated Force. He'll have to go three wide here as they swing to the backside for the final time. He's fourth on the outside. Western Hanover along the rail, racing fifth. The leader trailing the field sixth. 3 quarters in 1:29 and 3:29. And 3 in the third split. Aerodynamic, just an eighth of a mile left to go if he wants to make the final here. Captain and Keats is all out on the outside. Ammon Shannon towards the rail. Exhilarated Force will have to have a big stretch drive if he's going to make it. But it's Aerodynamic to win it. It might have been Ammon Shannon at the rail. Exhilarated Force was closing in. They're going to be in a place picture, but it's Aerodynamic. 157.4. Wow! In the 12th, Aerodynamic is a big gelding 3 by Western Success from Fair Aero by Armbro Emerson. Owned by Arlene and Duncan Gillis of Truro, Nova Scotia. Duncan does the trading and also the breeder on the colt. Puger McCollum is the winning driver. And he had him on top at every call, pacing the back half in 57 and 4.